What is going on? Today we have Season 22, War number 4. We are currently 3-0 in Season 22, and I am having a fantastic season so far. We are still deathless. We are trying to remain deathless, and that is the goal for me, at least. And Alliance, I would love to be in the top 3 for podium, but I will settle for Masters. Alrighty, today we have Path 6 in Section 1 and Path 4 in Section 2. Get to do some fights that I don't normally do. Looking forward to playing with my Nick Fury, who I hardly ever get to take in war. So I was really excited about it. Up first we have an Invisible Woman on this wonderful node, which every 2 seconds that I'm not hitting her, she gains a Fury. And every time I hit her, that Fury is removed. Also, if I throw a special attack, she gains 1 bar of power. So I try not to hit her with any special attacks. I'll hit into her block, and good thing is with Nick Fury that if she is blocking, Nick Fury just backs up and gives you room. So right here, I think I'll wait till she turns invisible. No, I just throw it. There we go. Back her up a little bit, get the exhaustion, get some heal going. I love fighting Invisible Woman with maxed willpower. I'll just stay at 100%, no issue. So we did remain deathless this war. I used 2 fights with Nick Fury, and I think 1 with Doom, and everything else was quaked. This was a very tough war. Kenob is a top-notch alliance. They have been the #1 alliance in war for the last couple seasons. We are ranked at number 3 at the moment. Hopefully we can stay in top 3 for the podium rewards. But we will see. We've been pretty fantastic so far. Up until this point, the score was 2-0. One of our BGs had died twice already. And, we're just trying to stay low defs and do our best. This is a pretty straightforward Quake fight. I've done this fight hundreds of times. Sinister is not a stubborn defender, so he just gets melted by Quake. I'm not really worried about this. A big difference between this war and the last couple wars, which it shouldn't be, is, I waited till I was home to do all my fights, and I wasn't out in the car or somewhere's not really paying attention. I waited till I had my iPad because I feel that I play much better on my iPad. So, going against the #1 alliance, couldn't take any risk. So I even waited 3 extra hours to join war, specifically so I can play at home on my iPad and really be able to focus. So I'm fairly sure that this is by far my best war that I've had so far. I think I played perfectly in every aspect. And Mr. Sinister is just getting smacked. There he goes. And next fight we have the Section 1 first mini, which is Dormammu. This fight I wasn't assigned to take, but I had to try and sneak it in there while the other guy was asleep. And we also had 3 people sitting here. I don't know if he was asleep, he just wasn't available. Tried to hurry up and grab it before he gets it. It's funner that way. And here we have backup recovery, which is whenever he hits 50%, he either gains power, or if there is something stopping him gaining power, he regenerates to 75%. And also he nullifies buffs which I try and get him to hurry up and nullify this first dex, which worked perfectly. And after he nullifies something, he gets 50% of a bar power. So you see he is almost at a bar power now. That has pretty much shut him down. I've already got my dex. I don't plan on hitting him or getting rid of it. So you're going to see once he hits 50%, my concussions are going to not allow him to heal. Not allow him to gain power. So he will be healing back up to 75%. And man, is that depressing to watch all that hard work just go back up. But Quake fighting a Mystic is about as nice as it gets. I could have went with the Quake and Shake method here, but I just wanted to be 100% positive that I wasn't going to accidentally slip moving my finger so much, placing all the dexes, so I just used parries. It's much safer that way, but I would rather use the dexes if I have the opportunity. But this Dormammu mini boss is almost down. And another perfect solo. I took just a little bit of block damage, 4%. And that is a perfect Quake fight. I don't have another fight for a while here, so I waited. I took path 4 and section 2, which I ever take. I might have taken this once in the last 3 or 4 seasons. Silver Surfer is placed here because if he throws a heavy or a special 1, it applies 3 armor breaks to the attacker. But if you use Doom, he does not allow armor breaks on him. So this is just like fighting a normal fight. It's no issue at all. I'm also going to play extra safe here. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not really playing as aggressive as I probably normally would. Just to be extra safe. There's no reason not to. Doom is always probably the best counter for Silver Surfer. He just crushes him. But I didn't want to slip up. This is Kenobi. And at this point, I think they've died 1 time. And we have died 4 times by this point. So still a very, very close war. I think we were both over 100 kills so far. So not too bad. It's getting close to the end, and things are kind of looking down for us and not too promising. So I'm still trying to play my best and solo every single fight as everyone else was. This Silver Surfer is just getting melted. He is rank 3, so he's a high health boy. I went double medium there because I figured it'd do more damage and finish him off. So we are 4 fights in, and it doesn't really look like we've lost much health. Now we have this fun little void fight on the steady build-up and crumbling armor. So with steady build-up is the same thing as my Silver Surfer fight. If I get 3 debuffs on me, he becomes unblockable. If he gets 3 debuffs on him, I become unblockable. Isn't that fantastic? And he's already got 3 debuffs on him, and I'm unblockable. I go with 2 double mediums right here because I'm waiting on his timer so I can hit 10 and purify his debuff right away. Void is fixing to get crushed here. I tried to push him to his special 2 because for some odd reason I am very dicey on killing him. On dodging his special 1. I hate his special 1. For some reason, I just love getting hit by it every now and then. So I just pushed him to special 2 as much as I could. He is melting at this point. I'm going to throw another special 2. I just sit back because his stun is getting shorter and shorter. He must have max limber on. Down goes Void. That was a very easy fight. And I was worried about that fight. I don't know why. But rank 3 Void was dead. Had to wait a little while. I didn't use any boost on this fight. Stubborn was off. And also we had lost by this point. They had finished all the fights. I think we had 6 deaths. And they had 3 deaths by this point. So we had called it a loss, said no need to really big boost anymore. Maybe small boost for some minis to keep up some bonus. So no boosts were needed here. So what you see me doing here is, this is Ebb and Flow, and she has protection on her. So I was trying to intercept to knock the protection off. But I can permanently take off the Ebb and Flow, but I need to be at 4 or more concussions, and as you can see I was just at 2 or 3 concussions whenever it came back up, so I'm not going to really be doing much damage here. I'm going to go for another intercept here shortly because I'm not sitting here for the full 5 minutes. That would take entirely too long. Good thing Stubborn's gone. I felt like quaking shaking this whole thing. So I'm not doing hardly any damage with the 60% reduction up. It should be shortly that I get that other intercept and that I'm completely able to turn Dex off. I don't remember how far into the fight I let this go on. This was taking way too long. Here it is. I let her get to the special one, push her back, wait for the bait, and then intercept, and that's it. I start charging again, hoping I can time concussions right and turn that protection off permanently, which I do. So I'm already over 4, so even if the protection tried to come back, it would nullify it. And it never comes back once you turn it off once. So Quake works really well here. You just really have to time the protections and hope you get a good intercept. Missing an intercept would be pretty rough because you'd take a big combo to the face with a rank 3 opponent. If this was a really, really tight war and we had a chance to win it, I probably would have popped an invulnerability boost just because it was Kenob, and everybody wants to be Kenob. But there was no sense of doing it, and it was a good practice. So this is my last fight of the war. So I countered with a heavy and then let her rush into me through the special one to finish the fight. Simple fight. Takes a little bit of knowledge to understand what you're doing. So the war was over and it was a good loss. Kenob played fantastic with 3 deaths, which was the best they've had all season. That is a great war on their part. We really slacked off after they had finished 150 fights really quickly. So that's it. We stayed deathless, and that is my game plan. Hope everything keeps going smooth, and I will see you guys in the next war video. Later.